Hi everyone, it's Marie and welcome to Vlogmas Day 4? Is this Vlogmas Day 4? I don't know what day this is going to be yet, so I know it'll be in Vlogmas at some point. I'm pre-filming, so we'll find out. But anyway, today I first of all want to apologise for the lighting. I know it's not the best. It's actually dark outside now. It's only 4 PM here in England and it's already gotten pitch black outside, so I can't use natural sunlight, and I didn't finish work till 3:30 today, so it's either film here or don't film at all, and I want to get this up for Vlogmas. So yeah, I'm filming right now in these conditions. I hope it's okay and I hope you can see me okay. And another thing I want to quickly say is I'm sorry if I'm not super happy and joyful right now in this video. I have immense toothache. I actually have a tooth infection. I need to see the dentist like ASAP. So yeah, just if you take all that aside, let's get on with the video. So in today's video I thought I'd do something a bit different. I thought I'd talk about what my view is on Upwork now, 7 months after the why I quit Upwork video. And the reason I'm doing this is because the why I stopped using Upwork video that I made has by far been my most popular video on YouTube. It's probably accounts for like 35% of all my views overall, and my analytics tell me that like 60% of my subscribers are from that video. So I thought it would just be a good idea to make an update letting you know kind of what my views are on Upwork now, 7 months later. So when I made that video back in, I think it was like March, I'd only just quit my job and started working as a digital nomad or a freelancer, and truthfully I didn't know what my niche was. I didn't know what I wanted to do for an online job because I'd always had like a normal job, and I was totally leaping into an area of work that I wasn't educated in or trained in or anything. So I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do, so I just tried to do a whole bunch of things on Upwork, like VAing and video editing and tons of other things like graphic design, and I just applied for everything and anything. And obviously I realised from not only Reddit, which was really helpful, a load of people on Reddit gave me loads of advice, but also loads of people left comments on my video also giving me advice and told me that I needed to niche down a bit more and that I shouldn't really be applying for everything. I should be applying for one specific thing and marketing myself as an expert, and I can totally agree with what everybody said. And I agree that I totally made mistakes with that. Now I look back, I realised that I was totally doing it wrong in a lot of respects. You know, I was just trying to be a jack of all trades kind of thing. I wasn't trying to be a specialised in any area, and that's why my profile just wasn't appealing to people, and probably why I wasn't getting jobs. Another thing I was doing incorrectly was I was literally applying for jobs that pay for next to nothing, and I was bidding too low, and I wasn't really attracting the people that wanted to pay next to nothing because I wanted like an in-between rate, but I wasn't attracting the people that actually wanted to pay a decent rate, so I just wasn't really getting any customers that way either. So I realised, you know, through experience and through loads of advice I've received off YouTube and stuff, that I was making quite a lot of mistakes. If I was to make an Upwork profile now, go back to it and try again, there's so many things I would do differently, and I would probably get a lot more success. When I also look back at that time, I actually did get a few jobs on Upwork despite the issues. I got about 3 video editing jobs, managed to get a VA job on there as well, paying me hourly. The only problem with the jobs I got on there was they were the really low paid jobs, and I had a lot of problems too. Like there was one person that just didn't pay me despite me doing the work to the standard that he wanted it. So when I look back, I realised I actually had quite a lot of success considering I wasn't doing a great job with my profile. So a question that I get a lot is, would I go back to Upwork now? Like now after 7 months of being a digital nomad and travelling and working online, would I consider going back to Upwork again? And the truth is I probably wouldn't. And it's just because I've found different ways of doing it. I think that although it was disheartening at the time and upsetting and frustrating not getting work on Upwork at the time, I think it was a blessing in disguise because it did lead me to other kinds of work, and it led me to being a bit more creative and trying to get my own clients, which ultimately is probably better than working for Upwork. I've heard some stories from people who have had a great client base on Upwork and then maybe their account's been deactivated by Upwork because something went wrong and they've lost their entire client base, all their reviews and their entire CV. And when you're relying on a website such as Upwork to have your entire livelihood, I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. So overall, I think that from now on going forward, I would like to just get my own clients like I have been. And yeah, it's a bit more of a slow process, but now that I've got my own clients, they're actually people that are willing to pay decent amount of money for the, you know, for what I'm giving them. They're not people that just want to pay me like $3 an hour and make me just rush for it. They're actually clients that will appreciate my hard work. And overall, you know, I know that they're my clients and that I'm not relying on a platform such as Upwork, and, you know, I'm not getting charged all the fees that Upwork charge and all that kind of stuff. As a whole, I've learnt now how to network a bit better and how to, you know, find clients via word of mouth. So I'm kind of glad that it didn't work, but at the same time, at the time, it was a bit frustrating. There are times when I do consider going back to Upwork to try and get some more extra clients on the side, and I definitely would consider doing it, but it definitely wouldn't be as before, you know, my be all and end all. I wouldn't put all of my kind of hope into Upwork. I would just use it as something else on the side, maybe to help me find some more clients and that kind of stuff. I've definitely learnt a lot since then. I mean, 7 months later now, and I've been working as an online English teacher, which, you know, obviously didn't come from Upwork. That I'm working for a company right now as an online English teacher, and I absolutely love that job. It does give me the consistent income that I wanted, and, you know, it's exactly everything I looked for in an online job to help me travel, and it's a great thing for me to do while I'm also trying to, you know, create some sort of side business as well. So it really is the perfect medium right now. So I probably wouldn't go back to Upwork in the same way I did last time, which was just hoping for work and being desperate. Now if I was to go back to Upwork, I would go back with a totally different mindset, and it would just be to find some clients, and I wouldn't apply for everything and anything. I would only apply for the things that I really was passionate about, that I really was interested in, and I would make sure that the bids were of, you know, what I felt I was valued at. And the same goes for other platforms like Freelancer and People Per Hour. I never had a lot of luck on any of those, and I think I made the same mistakes on all of those that I made on Upwork. If I were to go back, I would go back and I would do it properly, if that makes sense. So that's pretty much how I feel about Upwork right now. I definitely didn't ever hate Upwork. Like, I think some people, when they watched that video, they thought I was like moaning about Upwork or hating on Upwork or just not happy with Upwork, and the truth is I never disliked Upwork. I had a lot of, there were just a lot of reasons why I stopped using it, such as people wanting to pay me $3 an hour, not being paid for jobs that I'd done, and, you know, just all the hassle that came with Upwork. There was just a lot of hassle, a lot of people who were just back and forthing me and saying they wanted me to work for them, and then they never took me on, and I just had a lot of problems back in the first time that I tried Upwork, and it just put me off and I stopped using it. But that doesn't mean I hated the platform, and I thought that the way I made that video actually was quite diplomatic, and I did mention that lots of people have great experiences with it. I personally just didn't, and like I said, I would never go to Upwork now as a way to make all my income. I would only go to it now as a side income, just to find some extra clients and maybe grow my business. That's the only time that I would now go back to Upwork. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed hearing my thoughts on Upwork now. This is a comment I get all the time, asking my opinions on it now, so I just thought I'd address it in this video. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to see more videos like this, obviously about being a digital nomad, traveling, minimalism, location independence, and plant-based diet, all that kind of stuff. I make tons of different videos. So if you did enjoy this video, definitely give me a thumbs up, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.